Hi guys, Amiya here and welcome to Want to Learn Programming. This is the ninth video in the series Basics of C Programming. In this video, we will look at the output command printf. We will also look at a simple C program which uses both scanf, which we have learnt in the previous video, and printf. So let's get started. The output command printf. It is a formatted output statement. As we saw in the previous video, printf and scanf are formatted commands. So the syntax for printf is printf statements or format specifiers and followed by arguments. The different format specifiers which are used in printf are identical to the ones which were used in scanf. %C for displaying a character, %D for displaying an integer, %F for floating points, LF for double, %P for displaying pointer, and %S for displaying a string. As said before, %P and %S, that are pointers and strings, will be taken in future videos. Now let's look at several examples of how to use a printf command. Remember, the arguments that are passed are the variables whose value has to be given as output. Here we have seen that the syntax of printf contains arguments. So those arguments are the list of variables whose value has to be given as output. Also note that here variables are not prefixed with ampersand, unlike the scanf statement. Also, \n is used to go to the next line. If you use \n inside a printf statement, then the console moves to the next line. Now, let's look at some basic examples. For example, consider that we have a variable a which is value is 3. So if you want to print it, then you can print it as printf I have %d apples and the argument passed is a. So what happens is the value of a, that is 3, is printed on behalf of the %d format specifier. So it comes up like I have 3 apples. Next, character grade equal to a. So that if you want to use inside a printf function, it's similar to the previous example. I have received %C grade in my exam and passing the variable. So as we know that grade is a character variable, so the format specifier used is yes, %C. So the printf statement prints onto the console as I received A grade in my exam. Here we are passing multiple variables inside a printf statement. For example, we have float as m equal to 3.14 and n equal to 2.718. So if you print those values, it comes as constant \n pi is equal to %f and e is equal to %f. As in the scanf statement, the m which has been in the arguments list has come first will be attached to the first %f, and n, which is the second argument, will be attached to the second %f. So the printed value will be constant pi equal to 3.14 will be printed onto a separate line, and then e equal to 2.718 will be printed onto the next line. This is, as said before, is because of the backslash n that we use. Now let's look at a complex one. Here int a equal to 3, character b equal to a, and float c equal to 93.5. So to print all these values, I can say percentage d students got percentage c grade with percentage f percent of score. It will be printed as percent instead of percentage d, a will be printed, that is 3. Instead of percentage c, b will be printed, and instead of percentage f, c value will be printed. So the final printf would be 3 students got A grade with 93.5% of score. So now we know how to write a simple scanf statement and how to write a simple printf statement. Now let's look at a sample programming example which may help us to write future programs. Let the problem statement will be to receive three numbers as input and print them one after the other on different lines. So as we know the structure of program, first we write the header files. Please note that this program is to be made user friendly. So as we have seen in the previous videos, that first we write the header files, that is stdio.h and stdlib.h, that is standard input output library and standard lib library. Please note that stdio.h is the header file which actually contains the function what printf and scanf must do. So this is the header file which describes printf and scanf functions. After that we go on to int main and we put the flower braces so that the code can be written inside the int main. Now we'll have to declare three variables. We declare it as int a and b c. Next, to make it more user program friendly, we print a statement saying enter the three numbers. As you see, the backslash n sequence gets the console onto the next line. Next, we scan the three numbers, that is, we receive three numbers as user input. Scanf percentage d percentage d percentage d ampersand a ampersand b ampersand c. So the three numbers that you enter next will be stored in a, b and c respectively. Next, to make it user friendly, we have a printf statement saying the three numbers are. So to print these numbers, we use a printf statement saying number 1 equal to percentage d backslash n, number 2 is equal to percentage d backslash n, number 3 is equal to percentage d, comma a, comma b, comma c. So number 1 will be the percentage d here will be replaced by the value of a. The number 2 b will the percentage d will be replaced by the value of b, and the third percentage d will be replaced by the value of c. So these are again printed in different lines. Next we write return 0. The significance of this return 0 we will look at in our future videos. So you can use CodeBlocks IDE, create a new C program and execute this program on your own so that you can come to know how the program works. You can even try this program and try using four variables and get four numbers and print four numbers. Similarly, you can write other programs as well. So we are providing some practice questions which would be important for you so that you can understand how to code them well. So I'm going to pause the slideshow for a while so that you can look at these questions. If you have any doubts on these questions, you can comment on the YouTube page or the video. So the answers and the solutions for these three programs will be provided in the description. The link will lead you to our website which will contain all the answers. This link will be available after some days so that you can take your time and try to code these by yourself. So if you like this video, click on like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. In the next video, we will look at operators in C. Thank you.